There we are. All right, there we are. And we're back. Sorry about the little glitch, everybody. How's it going? What's up? I'm sitting here with... Here, if you want to scoot over a little bit. See, here. There we are.
Cool.
What's your name?
I'm Mantas.
Mantas. How's it going?
Yeah.
And what studio are you from there?
I'm a founder of studio Luminary Soft.
Luminary Soft.
And we came all the way from Lithuania.
Lithuania. That's a long ways there.
Yeah, it was like 20-hour flight.
20-hour flight?
Yeah. Well, we had some stops in between, but
there we go.
That's what happens.
All right, let me turn this on here, and we will get. So tell us about the game that you're working on here.
Yeah. So our little team,
if you could scoot over a little bit, you're like right on the edge of the.
Right.
There we go. There, that's better.
Yeah, so basically there's one game that we released already and another one we're working on, the Animal Exorcist.
Okay.
But the one we're presenting today, it's called Xalt.
Okay.
And that's a mobile number puzzle game, pretty neat one. I'll start to demonstrate. Right, so the way you play the game is you try to collect as many gold stones as you can by joining the same number stones together in a particular pattern. And the way you do that is no dragging, it's just tap, tap. And
okay.
Kind of highlight will help you. And I mentioned a particular pattern. That means that there are different stones with different movement pattern. This one is that can reach like one stone around it in any direction. And so when I join it and when I have the same number as this gold stone, I can collect it. And once I do that, I receive some gold that I will later use for upgrades. And obviously I get the higher gold stone. So this is how the game progresses and it becomes harder.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll do that again. Grab that.
Oh, I see. So when you click on two stones, it adds them together.
Yeah. So what's actually pretty good and different from other games is that you can join a chain. So anytime you have a numbers with same number stones within the movement path, you can basically join them into a single chain, and that joins into much higher number. For example, every time it doubles.
So 2 and 2 and 2 equals 8?
Yeah, so I'll demonstrate it again. So 8, any indicator is over here.
Okay.
Double, it's 16, and then again double, it's 32. So basically it's a power of 2. Every time you join your stones, it gets double. And it's one of the keys in the game. The longer chains you join, basically the more successful you are. So you need to try to do that. I'll grab that. Okay, so I mentioned different patterns. That means that we have multiple stones with different movements. So previous stone kind of had this round movement, even a diagonal one.
Right.
This one moves like this long plus movement, but what's the difference that it can kind of reach this long reach. So basically it can skip numbers, skip stones as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so obviously I can join them together as well and grab the 64. We are not forcing the gameplay in any means, so players can play the way they like it. So if they need more stone, they can always tap on a gold stone and just drop some more.
Okay.
And there's kind of no limit. You can go as much as you want. Just don't push over the limit because you will lose the game. And I'll show you how tactical the game can be. For example, I'll join these stones into a 16. And most players, what they would do now in this case, they would rush and join these 3 16s, but the result would be 64. And that's not what we want. We want 128. So in this case, it'd be best to cancel it and to wait while they have another 16 somewhere close. So we could join them all together and grab the 128. So there's kind of lots of tactics involved.
Right.
So mechanics of the game is it's very simple, but when you join different movements, different numbers, and gravity and the goal, suddenly becomes quite challenging. And we even spiced it up with the upgrades. For example, I'll demonstrate how it works.
Yeah, let's see some upgrades.
Yeah, so this is actually a little demo set up. So this is a later stage. So we have different levels in the game. So it's a golden, platinum, a diamond, and the mystic, which is quite hard to complete. So let's say in this scenario, all the stones, they have nowhere to move. And what happens if I just go there, click a magic cheat button that gives me money, and yeah, you wouldn't get that. You would need work for it in a game,
Right.
you know. Yeah, so I'll buy one upgrade, which is X stone, the diagonal stone, and it'll receive like air movement upgrade. It will be able to move through the air. It wasn't able to do that before, so I'll do that. Now, if we get back to our example. So suddenly I received this extra movement through the air, so I can do the joining like that now. And now suddenly I unlocked another movement which kind of helped me to solve that game and kind of to reach the next level.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a simple but pretty addictive number puzzle game. Players, I mean, they might be familiar who played 24/8 or Freeze, so the concept of the idea is similar, but it has way more depth to it. And you can there way more strategy to it later when you get to later stages.
How many different levels are there?
At the moment there are 4, but the last one is really hard. There aren't that many players who were able to reach it, but there are. Even me, actually, I haven't finished yet our final level.
Oh no, that's not good. How many people is on your team?
There are 4 or 5-ish people, most of them actually part-time because we're India and we're bootstrapping and paying for ourselves.
Right.
But even that, we still released one game and we're in halfway of the second one. So.
Oh, that's very cool.
Yeah, so hopefully it'll be better.
And then you have this t-shirt. Well, she had that t-shirt on.
I do have.
Oh, you do have the shirt on. There we go.
That's
What is that?
Animal Exorcist.
Animal
actually.
Exorcist.
It's our ridiculous, actually, comedy horror game that we are planning to release. It'll be like you travel the world where there are obsessed animals by evil, possessed, I would say. And basically you try to cleanse them, make that into cute, nice little animals, kind of save them, and they join you and help you to fight other possessed animals.
Fun. I love that. I love that idea. Well, thank you so much. Would you like to tell us your Twitter and your social and your website?
Yeah, so our website is luminarysoft.com. If you go there, you'll find all the information, about our team, about games.
Bye. Awesome. Thank you so much for coming on here, and good luck on the Indie Prize.
Yeah,
thank you.
Cool.
All right, you guys, we're going to be back here in just a couple minutes with Hero from Baker Shaft Games. Thank you so much for coming on here. I do appreciate it. And here we go.
that you feel alone, I'll be the one to bring you home. The sun shines, but you're cold inside. You tell the truth, but you feel you've lied. You're always running, but you won't catch up. I'll be the one to lift you up.
It's time to bring on another family member.
Hey yo, Monstercat family, Nadav from Israel is speaking, and I would like to share a message to the very totems of the family, the artists, to congratulate Monstercat on its 5-year anniversary. I adore your work and enjoy every note of it. I thank you for making the music myself and so many other people can't live without. Every release, every tune, every drop has lifted all of us up, and it's all thanks to you. Keep on making your legendary work of art. Happy birthday, Monstercat.
All right, we're back here. Back live at CasualConnect in San Francisco. How's it going, everybody? This is the blue light right there. I'm sitting here with Bakir?
You can call me Bach.
Bach.
That's fine, yeah.
Sitting here with Bach from Bakershaw Games. He's working on an RPG called Hero. Oh my God, my allergies now start. Perfect time for my allergies.
That's great, yeah.
All right, tell us about the game and I will fire it up here.
Alrighty, so I guess we'll just play the trailer in the background while I talk about it a little bit.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's see it.
Alrighty. So it's a third-person fantasy RPG game. It's what I like to call a simplified RPG, basically taking the core mechanics of what makes an RPG game and making that be the focus of it.
Okay.
So the game's based off 3 stuff: exploration, combat, and dialogue, and that's pretty much the focus point of the game. It's a single-player campaign, go through the story, and that's pretty much what you do.
So it's like Skyrim kind of ish?
Ish, it's semi-open world, like kind of like Witcher 2. So you explore open environments, you can do quests, there's obviously combat, you fight orcs and things like that. And then there's dialogue where like you converse with NPCs and different characters.
That's a lot of...
Yeah, and that impacts the game, your choices basically, yeah.
So how many people on your team here?
2.
2,
Yeah.
you and?
And my buddy Josh right there, who's the composer.
Come on in, stick your head in here. There he is.
There you go. So he's been doing the lovely music that you're hearing here for the trailer. And I'm the developer. I've been doing all the design, a lot of the programming, and cinematography, all that stuff. Yeah.
Wow, animation and all that?
Animation, art, and a couple of the programming systems, like the dialogue, we all have it licensed.
Oh.
Asset Store. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's kind of how the only way we're able to actually do our thing with a 2-man team.
Are we going to be able to play, or are we just going to look at a trailer?
Oh, no, absolutely. There's a full game. So yeah, we'll be playing. I'll be walking through a little bit of the beginning of the game, kind of exactly how it works, showing you like the intro of it, the prologue.
All right, let's do it.
Let's do it. All
Oh,
right.
the trailer's awesome, but let's play the freaking game.
Alrighty, let's do it. Here we go.
Hide your porn. Okay.
I haven't got any on there. Okay, here we go. So main menu. So we'll get started. So I guess I'll start with the intro of the game, the first chapter. So it's an episodic RPG, so we're going to be releasing the first episode in February on Steam.
Nice.
By the way, we just launched our Steam page today, if you want to take a look at it there. And so we have it all separated within acts and chapters, so let's go ahead and start with the chapter 1.
Oh, okay, nice. Ow. Just yanked my ears out.
All right.
Did we need it? Oh, yes, please. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. This one, can you do me a favor and take this to the developer of Cognition? Thank you. He's just right over there. I mean, he's in his row. What did she say? I have no idea.
I have no
Okay. All right. Sorry about that.
No problem.
So much things going on.
Yeah, it's alright. You just saw the intro of the game, basically.
All right, here, let's turn it this way so I can see.
No.
Oh, what'd I do?
Oh, no problem.
Okay.
Alright, so this is kind of where gameplay starts. So for the main character, we wanted to have someone like, not really generic, but someone common. so the people can kind of resonate with. So you're basically a nameless common soldier. We kind of got the idea from Skyrim, I guess. It's basically you, the player, is this person. So basically the premise of the story is, and we'll start with some dialogue here.
Well, look who it is.
Dang
If
it,
it isn't
you
the
went the wrong
pride of
way.
Eritrea. Everyone thought you were dead.
So this is kind of where the dialogue goes in, interacting with NPCs. You got different choices.
Indeed.
Things like that.
They would need to send a whole army after you. You should head to town. The sun's coming down soon.
So
Good luck, my friend.
with a two-man team, so we just kind of got a bunch of our friends together and we recorded the dialogue for the game,
Right.
which is really fun. We had a whole day of just getting it all recorded, which is amazing. So, the premise of the story is you have a world with 3 kingdoms. It's a very classical RPG story. These 3 kingdoms are men, elves, and dwarves, basically. And it's under attack by an evil wizard who has orcs and dragons on his side, basically. And your job is to kind of, in the game, unite all 3 kingdoms against this orc menace. And there's a whole story that follows through of basically you going through that, going through every kingdom, solving political strife, basically doing a bunch of quests to be able to accomplish that. And so this is kind of this is the first kingdom that you explore. This is your home, basically. You return home from the battlefield.
Nice. Okay.
And so, because we're trying to, when we originally started developing the game, we thought, oh, we can do open world, and we quickly realized with the two-man team that's not possible at all. So we went with a semi-open world. So basically, we have our towns be open, and the player has the freedom to explore these towns and basically do quests and do what they want. But the gameplay will be linear, basically. So once you finish off your main quests, you move on to the next area of the game, wherever the story dictates, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
And those are all NPCs?
Yeah, these are all NPCs. You can interact with them. You can talk to them. It's kind of like Knights of the Old Republic from BioWare, and the dialogue that they'll tell you is based on what's going on in the story. You might solve a quest and they'll mention that in some way or form. So I'll go ahead and get started here with gameplay. So this is a full-on town that you can explore. It's got moving NPCs, markets, basically a full-on breathing town. Guards, heralds. So I'll go ahead and interact with a couple of NPCs here. Go up to them, press space.
I hope the orcs don't come here.
Just little tidbits of what's going on in the story. And also, because people love to reference Skyrim, you can attack them as well. Just attack them, be a bit of a dick. So we'll go ahead and start with the main quest here. So this is as soon as you enter the town. And so you got this guard who's like really troubled, and you got to find out what's going on. So these cliffs behind this gate are locked down, basically, and a thief is basically attacking the town, kind of, heckling people, stealing their stuff. Guards, So basically, your job now with this quest is to hunt down this thief. And so this guy named Mathis kind of knows where the thief is hiding, but refuses to talk, basically. And so your job is to basically go and get the information from him.
And of course, the guy that knows everything is in the tavern skulking.
About, basically, yeah.
All the guys that know stuff go to the tavern and
So
skulk.
this guard knows, but he can't tell anybody else because he's in trouble because he lost the key. So it's basically he's relying on you to help him out. So let's go ahead and head to the tavern. So you can see we really focused a lot on trying to make the town feel living, breathing. We got birds, particle effects, leaves, different areas for you to explore. We got a drunk guy here, just basically passed out. And he'll say random dialogue like that.
Was that the wrong guy?
So let's go ahead and get talking to this guy.
Okay.
So this is where we introduce kind of like the dialogue options that the player has. And so you can ask him, hey, where's the thief hiding? And he'll deny that, why should I tell you? And so you as a player now, you have a choice. You can either ask him nicely and convince him, or you can threaten him. And what choice you make will impact the end of the quest. And will impact whether or not you interact with this character ever again. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'll threaten him. I'll do the bad.
bad?
Yeah, I'm gonna be bad. And so now I've threatened him, and he's obviously scared because I have swords and he doesn't.
And he's just a guy.
Yeah, and so he gives you the information.
He looks like Machete.
Basically.
Was that the wrong guy? All right, I'll give it to him. All right, thank you.
So now that we know the thief's location, essentially she's hiding in a storehouse on the other side of town.
Okay.
And so we're gonna go ahead and head on over there.
What happens if you don't ask him, if you already knew where he was and you just went over there?
Oh, it won't load that area
Okay.
because we're trying to introduce linear gameplay with the open world.
Okay.
And so yeah, that area will basically be empty until you like find out where that thief is. Yeah. So
There, it points right to it. Is there a map?
no mini map as of right now. But so what we've done is, as you saw the ray of light, we try to guide the player naturally.
Ray of light, yeah.
This
We're
is
trying
what
to use
this
as
is,
less
silence
UI as
me.
possible to make it like basically full on immersive. Which right now the only UI you see is the health bar.
I'll give you one last
But
chance
most
to
of it is
live.
just naturally guiding the player
Prepare to meet your end,
with the
then.
environment on where to go. So here it is. So here's our thief. We're going to introduce the combat system here. So the combat system is very hack and slash, but it's kind of like Dark Souls. So like if you notice, button mashing won't really help you as much.
That scared me.
It scared you? Yeah. So button mashing kind of won't help you a lot when you're fighting characters and things like that.
Okay.
The only way to really do it is like Dark Souls. You have to use precision and time your attacks
Right.
basically. And so there's a bunch of different attacks and combos. You can do like an ultimate attack and things like that. And so I'll show you here with this guy. So now this guy comes back. We decided to threaten him, and so now he decides to kill you. Now, if you made another choice, the good choice, something entirely different would have happened.
Die, scum. Oh, he hit you, dude.
Oh, so there you go. So now again, button mashing again. So like again, I'm gonna use precision with my attacks. Time it. Make sure I don't get caught in his crossfire.
Right.
So I'm gonna go ahead and.
Oh,
I'm running low on health, so I'm gonna go and heal myself here. So the player has a healing ability that kind of restarts every 30 seconds.
they're blocking?
Yeah, the blocking is basically the shield attack. Oh, I got him. I'm gonna go ahead and heal myself.
Woo, that was close, man.
All right, yeah. So that's the end of this quest, and so now you're like, all right, I got the keys for the cliffs. I can go back to the guard, return the keys, So we're gonna go ahead and return back. And as you can see, nighttime has fallen. We're also trying to introduce different atmospheres with our environments,
Right.
So we got daytime and now we have nighttime.
The town cliffs have been shut down by the guard due to safety reasons.
By the god, due to the safety reasons.
And so this is kind of where we introduce dragons.
Oh no, immediately.
Yeah, immediately basically. You got a whole battlefield going on here. And then you find out why they've shut off the cliffs.
Holy
basically.
crap. It's like there's orcs.
Yeah, so you got orcs and oh my god, what is this?
Is he gonna talk to me?
Oh yeah, you can see he's laughing. So this is like one of the main dragon bosses that you fight at the end of the game. And so this is kind of, you get, basically kills you off.
You're dead.
So it's like, yeah, game over. At the end, you lose. Actually, you don't. You survive. But then we kind of like introduce a little cinematic of the dragon.
isn't born in a few days.
He's not, unfortunately.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And so we're gonna go ahead and introduce basically this is the main cinematic of the dragon attacking the town.
All right.
Yeah.
Boosh.
And so yeah, we're really trying to make it, with the single player story campaign, really have it be story based. You can think of like tower defense games, they have RTS, they take that out of RTS games basically. This is kind of like that, we're taking it out of RPGs, the core mechanics, and making that be the focus. And also dragons just look majestic,
Yeah.
They're amazing creatures.
Run.
I was like, oh, you're dead. It's a dragon. What are you gonna do? And so, also with our environments, changing them up. So when you came into this town, you know, it's nice and happy. You got the market. It's, you know, looking bright and alive. But now this incident happens, so when you like return to this environment later on, it's completely changed.
Decimated.
Decimated.
People are all
gone.
Yeah.
Dead bodies everywhere, which, you know, I guess I'll show you in a bit. And so now, you know, yeah,
but one step at a time.
basically saying, hey, this is just the beginning, you know. Your journey is about to start now.
In a world.
So you obviously survive, and you know, you have this lady here that saves you.
Easy, child. It's a wonder you're alive.
Who are you?
I'm Isla. I'm a nurse. You're safe.
And you can already
Don't
get
worry.
a little bit of a teaser
You
for
have
her
been
right over there.
unconscious for a few days.
You know, it's raining, it's horrible.
I'm surprised you're walking. You got attacked by the dragon. I was able to drag you away while you were unconscious.
What has happened since the attack?
The whole town has taken it worse for the wear. The market is completely destroyed.
The
Many
market.
died in the attack.
Market, yeah.
I'm
I know.
afraid the streets aren't of joy anymore.
Where
So
are my weapons and armor?
we kind of want to follow
I'm afraid
Assassin's
they were
Creed 1 for this.
destroyed
We're like in the
during the
beginning of
attack.
AC1, you have all your weapons
have
and
to
your
get
armor
them
and you're
yourself.
fully stocked up, and then beginning of the game is over, bam, you start from the beginning. You got to get your armor, all your weapons back.
That's cool.
Yeah, so
Where I should go.
basically right now you're nearly bare naked. You got to get
Before you go,
your armor
I got
back
a
one at a
message from
time
one of the
as you
guards
progress
below.
throughout the game.
You are to go to the palace and meet with an old friend there.
Thank you.
So let's go ahead and I'll show you the outside of the town here. So if you notice now, completely destroyed.
Right.
Yeah.
But you have your pillars of light.
Yeah, we still have our obviously our rays of light to guide the player, tell them, hey, go here. But in a natural way, we don't want to force the player to go to a certain spot. We want them to be able to explore if they want to. So, you know, we leave that up to them, but they know that if they want to follow the main quest, just, you know, follow the light. So, you know, and again, interacting with the NPCs,
happening.
entirely different dialogue.
Home is gone.
So
My
can you
farmer's
kill
been
that guy?
finding refuge with dwarves.
No, you have no
It's not
weapons.
safe
Oh.
here anymore.
So now you can't attack them anymore.
No punching?
No punching, no nothing. You're kind of like,
No, no, no! My sweet child! She's dead!
so yeah, we're introducing
Aw.
some dark elements as well. Some realistic dark elements.
That was sad.
So let's go ahead. I would like to show you one more environment from
All
a
right.
different part, and that is our forest environment. This is when you actually start fighting the orcs and things like that. You know, introduces the main meat of the gameplay, basically. So back there, you basically you meet with the king. He sends you on your main quest. It's like a transitional chapter. You learn about the main villain, and so let's go ahead and start chapter 3 here.
Boom, boom.
And so, again, different beautiful environments. We got snowy mountains, we got warm, lush forests, we got beautiful towns with, you know, occupying NPCs and things like that, you know? Trying to make each environment feel different and unique. And so this is right outside the town, if you notice. You exit out. Your job is to now traverse to the Elven Kingdom to request reinforcements
Okay.
from the Orc Menace. And so now you're gonna start fighting orcs here. So these are the main enemies of the game. So I'll go ahead and start fighting them. So very hack and slash, but precision hack and slash, you know? So we'll go ahead, we can talk to this guy, tell you about what's going
Oh, thank
on.
God you're here. Quick, help! The town is under attack from orcs. They're amassing in the east. Where are your guards? They're trying to hold the orcs off.
Thank you.
Please, meet with...
So
Yeah, okay.
premise of this level here is there's basically orcs attacking a nearby village, and you basically have to go launch a counterattack, take back the village, basically. And this is really important for the dialogue option here. We have the player give the player a choice towards the end of the quest, whether or not they want to finish it. If they finish it, it kind of benefits them a little bit at the end of this act, and also going into the next chapter. But if they don't, something else will completely happen again. So it's all about giving the player that choice and letting them, you know, having the consequences of their actions affect the world. So, go ahead and show the cinematic here. We got a little orc ambush for those following along at home. So, Another thing we wanted to incorporate is with each open area, we'll have a bunch of side quests, things like different things the player can do, so they don't only have to do the main quest.
They don't have to grind it.
Yeah, there's other activities for them. So go ahead and...
Yeah! 2 with 1 strike.
Bam, double kill.
2 with 1 strike.
Double kill. All right, so go ahead and move on. So yeah, again, trying to make these environments feel open. You know, we'll not just have orcs. We're you know planning on having like wolves and different creatures and enemies that you interact when you're in the wild.
That'll be cool.
Yeah. And so this is a little encampment here, where your people are, and they'll kind of tell you basically what's going on.
A hero.
So we'll have this is right now a placeholder model, but basically this guy's telling us
the town left.
You know, we need to take it back. And yeah, you're hearing that beautiful music from our good friend Josh, the composer. Oh,
what do you need me to do?
so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna join in the attack, basically.
Join the attack.
And so yeah, also if you interact with these guards.
We are with you, hero. We will fight with you till the end. By my honor, I will kill as many orcs as I can before this war is
dialogue
over.
changes now where like the battle's going on. And so we have a bunch of orcs here we're gonna interact and take back the town.
Can you talk to the orcs?
No, they're just there for like punching bags, kill them basically. Their main job is to kill you. Although, you know, there is the main orc captain who you kind of get to talk to. But he's like conniving. All right, so let's go ahead and make our way there. All right. So, apart from the main path where you encounter orcs, we've also we wanted to put them off to the side. If you notice that guy over there, he's standing there. Like, if you get close to him, he'll try to ambush you. Things like that. So we wanted to them in the trees as well, you know, to make up for ambush spots and things like that. Add more variety to the gameplay, basically. So, all right, let's go ahead and move on to the town. And it's really nice because, like, you know, if you're the player, if you want, you can just kind of walk around, chillax, enjoy the environment and the scenery, basically, that's been created. So this is kind of like where the counterattack is taking place. You know, you got your soldiers fighting orcs, so you can go ahead and join in and help them out. Go ahead and basically fight them off. All right, and so we're finally at the village where we can take it back. So there's a whole orc unit here basically guarding it. And over here, if you notice, this is like an orc captain. They're kind of harder to kill than the grunts. So yeah, we have 3 different classes of orcs. There's the grunts, there's the lieutenant captain, and then there's the chieftains, who are a lot more basically tougher to kill, basically. So
all
we're gonna
the dead bodies,
basically. And the quest is kind of important here because it'll impact the ending of this episode, whether or not you choose to finish off this battle or move on with your journey. So go ahead and kill them off.
That's cool.
Yeah. Again, you notice I'm only doing 1 attack at a time, using precision. That's how the way the combat system is set up is, you know, it's requiring a lot more skill to time your attacks to kill your enemies. So we'll go ahead and talk to this guy.
Thank you. You've driven the orcs off.
So you're like, all right, where are they at? You know, the main guy, the main boss, the chieftain.
In a graveyard just south of here. If you can kill them, they won't. Very well.
All right. So this is one of those choice elements that you end up getting.
Oh my God! Look at them all.
Yeah.
Oh crap!
You got a lot more out here. So there's a little graveyard out here we're developing right now, where basically that's where the chieftain is, where you can choose to kill him. And if you notice the player here, he'll say something.
I could help these villagers, but that would cost me time.
So he's like, I could help take these villagers by taking out these guys, or
I could continue my journey, but that would leave them vulnerable.
So you can choose to finish off this quest, or you can move on. It's really up to you. So, like, I'll break it down for you. If you help out the chieftain, you kill the chieftain, basically. In the final battle, it helps you out a little bit.
Right.
And also in the next act, when you come back to this area, the village will have survived.
That's awesome.
But if you ignore them and keep going on your quest, you'll have more enemies to deal with in the final battle. And when you come back in the next
there's
episode,
always consequences
yeah.
if you want to mess with something or not. So how many hours of gameplay is there so far right now?
Right now we have a little over an hour of gameplay just for the first episode.
Wow, nice.
Yeah, and so that's basically the game is, going through the environments, killing enemies, all these interesting conversations and characters you encounter. And yeah, it's a really, really pretty fun game. And it's basically for those for example, I play a lot of Skyrim. And they have all these different parts of the game, like crafting and things that you don't have to do, but they're a part of it. But the only thing I really do in those games is I like to explore, I like to fight, and I like to converse with dialogue with NPCs.
So you just put the elements that you like, put them in there, and got rid
Make
of
that
all the other cluster.
Basically.
That's awesome. So you got some links you want to promote?
Yeah, so we just launched our Steam page today. Go ahead on Steam and type in the name of the game. It'll probably be like Hero.
H-E-R-O.
And then, type the name of our studio as well, Baker Shaw, and you'll see the game right there. We're also, like you see our Greenlight page. We're on Facebook. You can follow us. We just released our trailer this week. So, yeah, give it a share and help us out and get more eyes on the product.
Awesome, man. Thanks so much for coming on here.
Thank you so much. It's great. Yeah.
And we will be back in just a couple minutes with Gamester. So you guys don't go away. Enjoy the view and the music.
It's not really dyed, the eyebrows aren't. Yeah, like these. I was listening to dubstep before a lot of you were wearing diapers, alright? You like that, don't you?
All right, so we're back, and I'd like to take a few minutes and say hi to everybody. I'm Carl. I'll be taking over for Dan for this next game. The developer here, Jamie, he specially made a game with me in the game. This is the first time for me. He thought I was going to be streaming, and Dan has been doing it for me for the last 2 days. But we'll go through this game, and it's I'm sure going to be a great game because I'm in it. And
of course.
So you're just real quick, a little about you and your company. Your company is Gamester.
Our company is Giant Fox Studios,
okay.
and Gamester is a current project that we're working on. We've made a ton of Flash games and mobile games. We have like 12 of them in motion right now.
Wow.
So this is just one of our many projects.
Well, how big's your team then? I mean, if you got 12 in motion.
I'm the only actual full-time employee, but I have a lot of freelancers that work with me per project. So it's like easy for me to kind of be like, you on this one, you on this one, sort of thing. Yep.
So what's your platform for developing?
This is made in Unity.
Okay. So most are Unity based?
Mostly Unity, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you dabble in any of the Unreal Engine stuff, or?
We haven't yet. We used to do a lot of Flash games, so it's like Flash, Unity, a couple of other ones that are more like native, like Xcode and stuff, but that's more of our app side of things, not games.
Right, right.
Yep.
Okay, so let's jump right into the Gamester game.
Okay, cool. So Gamester is an app where you can make a game about someone as a gift. We have had a lot of birthday orders, graduation gifts, things like that. So I made a gift game for you, and I think we'll start off with just playing your game, and then we could make a new game right now, and it could be any game you want it to be. So here is Space Carl.
All right, let's see if we can get some of that sound in there.
Okay. Cool.
There we go.
There you go. So you want to try out your game?
Sure, I'll try out my game, Space Carl, with a pirate.
Yep.
One day, Carl discovered a space station full. He was not alone. Pirates were everywhere. Now, who made me? That looks good. Must collect as many French fries as he can.
Because I didn't know what food you like, but I figured everybody likes French fries,
Everybody
right?
loves French
fries.
So
I figured that was a good choice.
To the space station.
So you can always use your left thumb to like move left and right there, and then this button to jump, and that button to shoot, and collect the fries, shoot the pirates.
There we go, the little tutorial there that you just gave me.
Yep, exactly. All right.
Yeah, I didn't die on the first. Oh.
Shoot him! Shoot him! Oh no!
Ow, ow. So I got a little life meter.
Yep, little life meter. So if I were to like actually be sharing this with you as a new user, you would download. Oh no, there's a portal up there that you had to go through.
Yeah. I was just blitzing through
just
it.
Like,
let's just speed race this guy.
Do it.
Oh, so bad. I like the face. That's awesome. Oh, I screwed up. No.
Exactly.
No, the pirates got you. Try again. Like it. So what's 2 of 19? Is there?
You can. How many French fries you've collected?
So there's 19 available French fries.
Indeed. So we have all sorts of different customization options that you'll see when we actually start building a game. But as like, if I were to actually be sharing this with you, it would be a deep link URL, which would download our Gamester app. So we get a new user, and then it would load your game specifically. So it's got a very viral nature to this.
Yeah, it's cool.
Thanks. Cool.
I like
Go
the
through that portal.
graphics. There's the portal, huh?
Yep.
Hey. So are these like little generators for the pirates up here, or what is?
Sure, like they're just the space level theme, and like you can change which enemy on customize it, so it can be anything that you want it to be.
I made it to level 2.
All right. Nice.
Ooh, a heart.
Yep.
Oh, so the guys drop things. Okay, so I'm assuming that not every game is a space game, that there's a bunch of different games that you customize to that individual person's taste.
Indeed.
You picked a good one for me.
Space, pirates, and French fries. What's there not to like, you know? Oh no.
Oh, those hurt.
They do hurt. All right, you want to try making your own
yes,
game now?
I do, absolutely.
Okay, so I'm just going to close that and restart it so that we can start back over. It's still looking good up there?
Still looking good, just checking it out.
Okay, cool.
All right,
so
we want to make a game.
Make a game. So you get to be a game designer right now. So for this demo, we only have one character, but we're going to be adding in a second character that you can do.
So my friend loves hard games.
I'd suggest putting it on easy.
Oh, okay. Hard is truly hard, right?
Yeah.
We're like talking.
I need to still work a little bit on the level design right now. We're not released yet. Like I wouldn't even call it a beta yet.
Okay.
And then your email address, if you can just skip that for now, but that would be so that we can send it to you. And now the free version just uses a photo, like a selfie, and then the drawn version is an in-app purchase where you get drawn, like we just saw that, so we'll just do the selfie version. So just press the little camera down there and take a photo. It works better if you do it like at eye level.
Okay, we'll try again.
Yeah, so just click the camera down there.
Okay, so somewhere in here, huh?
Yeah. Perfect. So now you can use 2 fingers and kind of stretch it, move it around. Try to get your eyes on that line though, otherwise the helmet and stuff will cover you up. Yeah. Ish. Good enough. Press next, and now you need your ouch face for when you get hurt and when you lose.
Okay. This is good times here.
Yep.
Okay, my ouch face.
Very nice.
That's a great ouch face.
So now we have a little bug where it's a little bigger on the screen, but we're working on it. So you can change between pixel art or cartoon style, and then you pick like what body type you want. You can also have female character or keep it male. So pick art style and what body you want there.
Oh, we're going straight up JoJo the cowboy. Oh, look, there's a. Oh no, we're going. No, not ninja. Yeah, we're going him.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
So what genre game are we making right now?
We're doing a runner.
Runner? Okay, there you go. Press next on the bottom. And you get a little preview of your game there at the top. And you can go through and select where does it take place.
Okay, so space.
Game Expo.
Let's do some beach cooking.
All right. And now you select what enemy. Who are you going to be fighting?
Clowns.
Creepy clowns, all right.
Yeah.
And what are you collecting?
Let's see, we're a chef, and we want to collect fruits and all sorts. Ooh, ice cream.
All right. A chef fighting evil clowns collecting ice cream. It's a good game. So now you pick what music.
Everybody wants to be a game designer.
So it generates like kind of a default story for you, and you can go in and customize it. So this default story is just the same template as that last one. So you discovered an island full of ice creams. However, you soon realize you're not alone. Clowns everywhere. Now you must collect them and like bring peace back to the island.
Yeah.
So go in, customize it, or just skip.
Just skip and go.
This is one of my favorite parts. You get to record your own voice acting. So just press the stop button again there. And now, so you're gonna tap it, say ouch, and then tap it again.
All right. Ouch.
And then this is for when you,
ouch.
Yep.
There you go.
And then for when you collect something, like a yeah.
Woohoo!
And and then when you lose.
Dope.
And win.
Cool, dude.
And an intro, like a let's do this, or something like that.
Let's go.
When the enemies get hurt, you got the clown, so the clown getting hurt sound.
Oh, let's see, what's a clown say? What's Krusty the Clown do in The Simpsons? I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Evil laugh? There we go. Well, that's
And your jump sound.
boing.
Perfect. So press next. And now you can press play and your game should be ready to play right now.
Wow. And it just, okay. But you could share it with
You
friends.
can share it with your friends, which will then download the GameStar app and load your game specifically.
All right, let's play.
All right. Got the little let's
go.
go.
Rockin'.
Got your default story again.
Yeah,
Yep.
many ice creams to the island. This isn't
All right.
going to be easy, but no worries, I'm here to help. I am totally playing your game, George. So, what's that? No. Is this really, do you know this guy?
No.
Okay, so we're live streaming on Twitch and YouTube.
Okay.
So, say hi.
So kids?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. We'll make some money then.
Yeah.
Are you actually good at this?
We just
He
built
just
a game
built
for
the game
him.
real
You can
time.
watch, yeah.
So his game is to build games and share it with your friends.
So
So he's got a whole bunch of game mechanics. You should watch the Twitch stream. You'd know all about it. All right. We're gonna get back to my clown game I just made.
All right. So how this one works is that you tap the left side to jump, and you hear your little boing.
Yeah, boing.
And
boing.
don't fall down the hole there. Okay, so collect the ice cream when you get up to it. Just walk into it.
Mm-hmm.
And then the goal is to shoot this clown and also any other ones that are, oh no, forgot to mention, don't fall off.
Don't fall off.
Yeah.
So tap right side to
shoot, yeah.
To shoot.
So you have to collect the ice creams first though to shoot them. So you kind of throw the ice creams at the clowns. And the goal of it is to, every time you hit the clown at the top, they get closer to you. So if you tap a bunch, you'll notice them come closer. And yeah. Gotta catch up to them or you lose if they go off the screen. And you got these other clowns running around trying to slow you down.
Oh, I'm dope. I love the face. Okay, that's pretty awesome.
Yep.
The more interactive you are, the more fun your game is to share. You know,
exactly. The more you put into it,
it's
of
almost
course.
like a game version of like Snapchat. Or,
Jib Jab, which does
Jib
the
Jab.
animations and stuff. And then another thing that you can do if you'd like to, because a lot of our orders so far have been presents, you can actually get merch to go with your game that actually promote your game. So I'm wearing one right now that has my face on it and stuff. So yeah, and we have pre-orders ready up on our website, so anyone can just go to GameStarMobile.com and order the custom art or a game to be made for them. And yeah.
This is good, and I'm
Thank
glad
you.
I definitely didn't choose hard.
Yeah, exactly. We do have to definitely work on the level balancing and difficulty right now. This is why we're not released yet.
Yeah. Ouch.
Yeah. Ouch. Boing.
Boing. Boing. It's weird to hear yourself, you know?
Yeah, it is a little bit.
You know, I noticed that when I did some Twitch streaming before, it's always weird to hear yourself. So I think that's going to be another thing for people is, you know, when they do their own voice acting and stuff, it's going to be
Definitely.
like, wow, well, that's kind of cool. And then play with your sound and your voice and stuff.
We had we did PAX East Expo and we had our booth set up like a little game studio. And we actually had a microphone with foam around it so that you can really get into the voice act. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And little kids really liked it a lot. They were getting really into it, ouch.
So
funny.
This is on the App Store then?
Not yet, but it will be available on iOS, Android, and WebGL. So just any platform, any Chrome, Safari, that sort of thing.
Okay. And what time? When's the release again?
We're hopefully going to be doing a soft launch sometime in the fall, and full launch whenever we iterate enough on it and think that it's ready.
Okay. So where are you going to soft launch to? Specific countries or?
Probably New Zealand or something like that. Just one country, check it out, see how people like it, what things we want to change around.
Okay.
All that sort of stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
You know what's a fun one to do?
What?
I've talked to a lot of developers over the years, and a lot of them like to do it in the Philippines first.
Okay.
Just a consideration for you.
Yeah, why not?
Me
I actually was in the Philippines last year
Yeah.
because I just work from my laptop traveling around, so
Nice.
it's been pretty fun time.
Where'd you go?
In the Philippines or
Yeah,
other
in the
countries?
Philippines.
My favorite was Palawan.
Okay.
El Nido, I think it's called. And did Manila, Cebu, whole bunch of different
Cebu's
places
very
there.
nice.
It is, yeah.
Leia's standing right there. She's from the Philippines.
Oh, cool.
She's one of my employees. I
Oh,
actually
cool.
have 4 Filipino employees.
Oh, nice.
We learn a lot about it through our friends and associates in the Philippines.
Awesome.
In any case,
Yes.
back to the game.
Yes.
So, how do you do scorekeeping mechanics on these? Are they all very similar? Or have you
It
worked
depends on the genre that you chose. This one is just like how far you made it before losing. But once you actually catch up to the boss, then it's kind of like you want to get the lesser distance for that, you know?
Yeah.
And we also have made a couple of like games based on celebrities and stuff too. We have like a Feel to Burn game where Bernie Sanders is fighting the top 1% that stole all the high-res graphics, so he's like pixel art and they're all high-res.
Nice.
So
that's a nice
yeah,
twist.
we're gonna be putting like trending games, and they'll be kind of like, it'll almost look like the App Store, but it'll all be like custom created games that people have made.
Okay.
Yep.
Nice. Anything we should know about you personally?
I mean,
you obviously
not really.
love this stuff.
Yeah, the
You have a
original
passion for it.
Yeah, the original idea came from my friend coming to me and asking me to make a game for her and her boyfriend for their anniversary. And it was such a cute idea, but she had a really low budget and like totally couldn't make a full game on it. But we decided, you know what, we'll do it. We'll do it in our free time, and like we'll find a publisher for it or something. Once we started telling people about it, everybody's like, I want a game about my son, my wife, my cat. Like we've had some really weird orders. So we decided, let's just make an app where they can make their own game.
That is really cool.
There you go.
Very, very cool. So thank you so much for taking the time and making me a special character.
Of course.
And we'll see you throughout Indie Prize at the show.
Of course, yeah.
And definitely the Indie Prize Award ceremonies tomorrow.
Yep.
Okay.
All right,
man. We'll say adieu to our audience for, oh boy, Dan. So I'm going to give you guys some more Monster Radio for a bit. Dan will be back next with our next game. I really appreciate everybody tuning in, and we'll talk to you in just a couple minutes.
All right, thanks.
Look at the sky, the sun won't ask for one if it can rise. Look at your mind and ask yourself what keeps you trapped inside. Look at the lies that follow you when you run and hide. Look at the sky, the sun won't ask, the sun won't ask the world if it can rise. Look at the sky, the sun won't ask what if it can rise. Look at your mind and ask yourself what keeps you trapped inside. Look at the lights that follow you when you run and hide. Look at the sky, the sun won't ask, the sun won't ask, the sun won't ask, the sun
Well, guess what? We're back. Here we are. We're back, and I'm hanging out with Bob, right?
Yep.
Bob Webb from Next Gen Pants.
Yes.
What exactly are Next Gen Pants?
They are super high-tech pants that everybody will be wearing in the future at some point. That's the hopes.
And what do they do?
They have all the tech in them, and they're
all the tech.
They're 2.0, so that's what you know they're
Next
they're
Gen
better
Pants
than
2.0.
Yeah, it's better than 1.0.
So they're better than the first Next Gen.
Exactly.
Next
Right.
Gen first.
It's next.
Someone's
next gen.
pointing things at us. Oh my goodness! All right, so your company, like it says, Next Gen Pants. You've got the game Refractor. We've got the music going. Sounds intense. How is this treating you here so far?
Good. It's been busy. It's been a lot of fun. Talking to a lot of people, which is great.
Nice. All right, so let's see here. Do you have any Twitter you want to promote or your website?
Yeah.
NextGenPants.com.
That is the website.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And all the information, Twitter and all that good stuff is on there?
Yeah, we're at Next Gen Pants.
At
on
Next
Twitter,
Gen Pants?
so, yeah, very simple.
Okay, that works. That works. So let's shrink down and talk about the game.
Sure. So Refactor is...
Refactor. I said
Yes.
Refractor.
That's a
wrong.
common mistake, but it is what we call a Tetroidvania.
A Tetroidvania?
Yeah, that's the...
So is it like Tetris and...
Like a Metroid, Castlevania style game? Yeah.
Right.
So this is kind of the start off. It's just a puzzle game that we invented. It's a Tetromino-based puzzle game. And it's kind of just a...
Tetromino?
Tetromino, yeah.
Is Tetromino a real word?
Tetromino, yeah. Tetramino, like for...
Oh.
Like a domino is a diagonal 2.
Okay.
So tetra would be 4 of them.
So it could really be a quadromino also, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so this is like building pathways, basically.
Right. So it's a very simple kind of introduction to eventually what we'll get into.
What did you
later on.
do? You broke it. What the hell? Okay, here we go.
So
What's happening?
This is a reveal of that.
God, this is gorgeous.
It's a game within a game. So this is a factory that produces all these little puzzle pieces to play the game that we were just playing.
They're pumping out pretty slow. I've seen Tetris players play a lot faster than that.
Yes. Yeah, that's it.
God, this is gorgeous, man. Nice work.
Thanks.
How many people are in your studio before we
Just
go
4.
anymore?
Yeah,
Just 4?
Just
Okay.
4 of us. Yeah, I'm the lead designer, programmer. I have a 3D artist, a musician, and a sound designer. So it's a pretty small team.
Yeah.
We've been working on this for about more than 2 years now. So we're getting ready for launch, hopefully in the beginning of next year.
Steam, how's that looking?
Good. Yeah, we're already up on Steam. You can find us on Steam.
Okay.
So if you wanted to go wishlist it, it's definitely all the way up there. We're hoping to also launch on PS4 as well as possibly the Xbox One.
Okay.
So this is a
Beauty is our weapon against nature.
Yes. So this is our very grim world and factory where all these pieces are being made to play this game, and the main character comes out as imperfect. And in this kind of really strict society, there's no place for
Because
imperfection.
he's 3 pieces.
Exactly, it's only 3 blocks. So because he's only 3 blocks, he gets thrown away.
You're done.
Yep, just down the chute and set off to get destroyed. So this the story is mostly about these misfit characters that are trying to figure out where they fit in a world that doesn't really want them.
Oh, and they're all alive.
Yes,
Very
they're all
cool.
they're all very alive and sentient. At least for the moment. Yes. Got a little bit of a Oddworld feel where we have a.
It does. It does feel very Abe's Oddworld.
Yeah, a lot of storytelling through environment. There's no real any kind of dialogue between characters other than
nobody
just
wants to go
gestures.
in there.
No.
Perfection is absolution. They're all screw that.
Exactly. So if we were to go that direction, we would.
So you're
end up
controlling
dying.
it right now, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. So this is it's like a really kind of physics-based platforming where you kind of tumble around as these characters. Oh no, the frame rate.
No.
Very worried about that. So we have all these kind of physics-based abilities and platforming that you go through the environment. There's a lot of focus on physics for.
Whoa! They got shocked.
Yep.
What is up with that?
They did manage to escape, however.
Oh, good.
It's all safe.
They're like, yay! You can tell that's what they're saying is yay.
Exactly. Yeah, it's all that kind of still verbal, but not really words kind of thing. We're going for more of like a Wall-E feel, where you get more of the character through the interactions with each other as opposed to actual talking. So this is the.
Turn that up.
Yeah, this is. You can hear all the nice sounds going on. Yeah.
Very nice.
This is the factory area that has where all these pieces are being made. So there's lots of little machinery, ovens. There's these little blocks that are being destroyed from. They had come out of the grinder and they're just spewing out into these big.
The grinder.
Yeah. There's a lot of play on like light and dark with just kind of the environments as well as the tones of the story. So we have a lot of really nice 3D environments with a lot of really beautiful
The
lights.
environments are gorgeous.
Oh, thanks. That's all thanks to my 3D artist.
This looks amazing.
Yeah, but early versions of it was just a bunch of cubes textured in MS Paint.
Oh, of course.
Fortunately, I actually have a very talented artist to help me with it.
Oh, I mean, of course, when you're designing stuff, you got to start out super, super simple because if you design all of this stuff and then you play it and it's just not fun, you just wasted a whole bunch of time. I guess you learned a whole bunch, but.
Yep. So this is a reveal that the world you're going through is not actually static. So there's little bits of the map that can actually move around as you play the game. So once we get to this little control room area, now we can get back to the puzzle game we saw earlier. So these are like little control rooms within the world that allow you to.
That's what you made, isn't it, earlier?
Exactly. We were playing a very similar puzzle to this, which is basically make a connection from A to B. So that's the kind of the core, real simple puzzle of the game is restructure the map so you can find a new place, find a new pathway to get from where you are to where you want to go.
Right.
And this is all done in real time. So as I grab this little bit here and I bring it down, that's actually taking a bit of the world and moving it down to where I want it to be.
Oh wow, it's like the movie Cube.
Exactly, yeah.
Nice.
So you can actually do all this.
So you can experiment and do all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, it's all real time too. So if you grab a room and rotate it, everything in there is going to react real time to the room swinging around.
That's awesome.
So there's a lot of kind of really fun puzzle elements you can have with this. It's just as the simple, I want to go from here to there. On top of that, you can also have like, all right, well, here's these giant doors that won't open until I rotate the room in a specific orientation. So there's lots of little like secrets you can find, some story elements that are hidden in the world, on top of just kind of platforming through.
So if you rotated that room right there, what would happen? Stuff would fall out of the fire? Or?
Yeah, it could. Like some of the if there were any kind of dynamic objects in there, they would totally react to it and they would fall through the fire. Though since we moved this room out of the grinder area, now those little cubes that were spawning into the ovens are no longer there because we disconnected it from where the cubes were coming from.
Right. Oh, there's music, so something's gonna happen.
So we're kind of going through this factory, restarting all the different components since it had ended up breaking. And we're getting rooms moving up and down, left and right. This is kind of showing you a little bit of like how how your actions are affecting the world. And eventually, we'll get down to, we'll pick up a little energy unit over here. And these are used as kind of our upgrade currency. So when you get to like a save station, you can actually distribute those points into like upgrading your character and fixing different attributes and change how you want to play the game. So now we got stuck down here. This is a little kind of hideaway in the world, but we wanted people to be able to mess around with the map, play with it, and then come back to the control room at any point.
Okay.
So if you
that's a great idea.
Yeah. Or if you go like make a pathway all the way to the end of the world, you spend 15 minutes going all the way out to the middle of nowhere.
All right. So was that mechanic in there from the very beginning, or did you like start playing this and realize, crap, we're stuck? What are we gonna do?
That was like probably like week 2
of getting stuck, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You're all like, screw this.
Yeah.
I just want to press B and go back to the beginning.
Right. Oh, and also it's like we want to make a game that where we don't force people to think like the developers and punish them when they don't come up with the solutions that we have.
Totally, because people will think completely different.
Oh yeah.
I bet you've seen people play this game and do all kinds of weird stuff that you never even thought.
Oh yeah. Since it is a Metroidvania, we're expecting people to sequence break, to speed run it, and we've had a few people do some really amazing things with it. We just kept it in.
So it's the same every time?
The layout of the map is the same. Yeah. So we're not doing any kind of procedural generation or anything like that, because these rooms are actually really kind of tricky to design, because we wanted to make sure that if you connect rooms together, no matter at what point in the game, you should be able to get through those rooms without having to reset the map.
You kind of wanted to tell the story yourself, right?
Yeah. So we have like key story moments that will funnel you towards. So we do give a lot of freedom. How do you get to those points?
Wow, this game looks great.
Thanks. It's been a labor of love.
They're all, hi buddies.
Yep.
Let's get out of here. Nope. He's like, you are way too slow, bud.
Left a little guy behind. This is sort of the two main characters that you play through the game. It's the 3-piece and the 1-piece. And sort of the main story kind of focuses on these characters, and you team up and you kind of become like much more powerful together than you are if you're alone. We do really have kind of limited.
So now you can, when you're in the air, you can press X and
back. Slam on things and break things. Since now we can,
Can you do that with the other guys too?
The which ones?
The other characters that were.
Oh no, you don't really play them. You play just as kind of these characters.
Okay.
You do get other shapes you can transform into.
Oh, now he's tough. He can like push stuff around. Okay.
You can start pushing things. It actually has a little bit more heft to him. Like we change the physical properties of the character as well, so they're actually a little heavier. Oh, one of the enemies. Just avoid him.
So when you were making this game in the very beginning, did you just like, we want to use Tetroid type or Tetris type characters? It wasn't like, I want to have a character do a platformer?
No, it was mostly just the idea of making a Tetroidvania. That was the word we came up with. We thought it was really goofy. So we were like, that's
perfect.
It's kind of a funny word. So eventually we're just like, okay, we need to figure out what that actually means, because I mean, how the heck do you mash something like a falling block genre with a platformer?
Exactly.
So the simple answer was, well, you just kind of skin it and skin all the abilities to the different shapes and everything. So it's like, you have a T block, you can do like a grapple. Or if you have like an L block, you can do like a dash attack, or with a square, you can do a slam. So we just went kind of full crazy with it and being like, we want to be able to manipulate the world and move it around like you would in like a puzzle game.
So he's like, you can switch with him?
Well, this guy, so he's here sitting there all bummed out because he's a 3-block character and he's really idolizing this poster back there. And he wants you to get you another block. So right now this door is closed and we kind of need to open it up, so we're going to have to find this block for this character, so we'll push the button.
So it will have weight. Okay.
Yeah. It's a little fetch quest, but it's kind of to get you out there and to explore the world. You can see the map is relatively large for this area, so we're just in one kind of quadrant of it. And since we only really let you move rooms you've been through, it limits the number of rooms you can play with when you first get back to the map editor. So it kind of helps you ease you into the whole concept of like, all right, I got 3 rooms to move around to make a pathway, as opposed to if you had first gotten in there.
So right now you could go back to the map editor and change stuff?
Right now I can't because I haven't been to the map editor for this area.
For this area?
Yeah.
Okay.
So as soon as I unlock that little C area off to the right, then I can start manipulating it. But the first time going through, this is kind of our way of easing you into the new map and teaching you some of the new mechanics and kind of giving you a little bit of the story before we let you just kind of go hog wild.
There, come on, is there? Oh.
This is a little timed platform sequence so we don't have to click and move around. Oh, here we go. Now we found the cube. We just attach it to ourselves and bring it on back.
Bring it on back down, oh well.
Now that little NPC will be happy we brought it back and they'll push the button.
Yeah, the buddies.
So unfortunately, because we're not.
What'd you do?
We're not a 4-block character. We ended up triggering the alarm system.
No.
So the first time we were through here, we only had 4 blocks, but we ended up picking up an extra block, which kind of unintentionally set out the alarm.
Great job. So now what do you got to do?
We have to find an alternate way out since the way we came in is kind of closed off, but a door opened up above. So now we're
I see.
Gonna have to traverse the environment we were in previously, but have to try and kind of move through it in a very different way because it's now oriented in it's vertical. So every time you kind of reorient a room, it kind of changes how you have to approach it because the environments change a little bit, the hazards change a little bit.
That was electric, you would have died, right?
Yeah, I would have gotten shocked. Though if we display health on the character, so if I were to say get shocked and I'll just maybe I won't get squished there. I'll find some way to damage myself. If I were to get hit, then one of my blocks would go dark. So you have 4 hits. So we display health on the character, a little bit like Isaac in Dead Space. The little suit on the back of the character has a little LED display that shows how much life you have. So this is actually a big door down here. So if this room was rotated on its side, that door would be opened up. So if I wanted to go back and open up the door and get the little upgrade point in there, I could. Just platform up here.
What'd you do?
I'm avoiding getting hit. So we do have multiple areas. This is just kind of the factory area that we have. It's kind of the introduction area. We have 3 different areas that are attached to it. So there's all themed after kind of the section they're based off of. This is a factory. We have a mine section, which is kind of where all the raw minerals get extracted and processed. So it's a lot more organic looking. We have a lot of rock structures, crystalline structures. We have like a research and development area that's much more pristine and kind of high-tech stuff. So it's all kind of themed very differently instead of just being a factory, which would kind of be boring after a little while.
Right.
We're aiming for like a 6 to 8 hour experience, depending on how quickly you finish it. If you were to, speed run it and you knew all the puzzles and solutions, then you could, in theory, you could beat the game relatively quickly. But for the most part, I think for the average player, they're going to take around 6 hours, 6 to 8 hours if they don't go do a full completion. So it is kind of a big world. We want to make sure there's enough content there for the people who wanted to go and try to find all the secrets and to explore and experiment with all the things, that there's enough there for them to enjoy.
There's a lot of stuff. Oh, here we go, we're in the map world.
Yep, so now we're back into the little map editing sequence.
Limited functionality.
So now one of the modules is offline.
Damn
go
it.
over and try to start it back up. So you can start moving things around. We have a, up here, I know I need to go up there, so when I make that connection, it kind of gives you some feedback of, like, hey, this is actually connected, you can go through there now. I didn't have to use just those 2 rooms, I probably could have used some other combinations of rooms.
Right.
But as long as they connected, I should be able to platform through. But obviously they're going to be a little different. This one's going to be kind of separate. So we do design all the rooms. They have to be designed like 2 or 3 times to be able to platform from all the directions we want you to. Just to make sure that we don't punish you for making a combination we didn't really think of.
Right, right.
So now these enemies, because we flip them around a little bit, they're kind of confused. They're heading different directions. So they normally would be on the underside of these platforms, but because the room's upside down, they were dislodged and they're kind of platforming in a little different areas.
What's going on here?
Yeah. They're not the brightest of enemies. They're kind of the fodder of the enemy hierarchy.
Of the quad world.
Yep. We do have boss fights and things like that, so there's definitely going to be a boss fight to end this on.
Really?
Hopefully I'll be able to get to it.
Yes. Get to that boss.
We theme them all off of kind of the different environments and different kind of parts of the world, and they have some kind of functionality associated with it, rather than just being like a very abstract boss and just being there for no reason.
Right.
Yeah.
Like a big giant bear,
right?
Or something,
It's like a shark or something. Whatever. So this thing I'm starting up now is it's a security module. It's the examination. So you can there's these little cameras that show you what's happening inside the rooms. So you're able to actually see, as you start modifying the map, what's happening in real time. So if you don't really know if you haven't been in a room in a while, or if you're not exactly sure which room you want to use, you can use this to look at the room before you even put it in where you want it to go. So we can actually see that real quick. So since I don't want to backtrack, I'm just going to use a little recall ability, pop back in the control room, and go right back to editing. So we want to make sure that people can quickly iterate on, modifying the rooms and things, and then so I can actually look them through and see,
Do you think we can get to a boss fight here?
Oh yeah.
All right.
Let's see if I can get that real quick. So this is going to use a trick that I learned from someone at PAX East. They had broken the game. This is kind of sequence breaking a little bit. Normally I would just kind of connect a pathway over here, but there's a door down here I can use and just kind of skip all this content. And that just it wasn't intended, but it doesn't break anything. So we just were like, all right, whatever. We'll just let people do that. Because we want to kind of cater a little bit to speedrunners, since I know Metroidvanias are very, very popular genre to speedrun. And that's kind of a neat thing to have people find unique ways to modify the maps.
Big time.
Yeah, so this was actually an area that opened up for us because we have this room in this orientation. There's a little door that would have been keeping this thing sealed. Otherwise, now that this room is kind of tilted in this orientation, we can actually use this as an alternate means of getting back up through the environment. Whereas in normal, if it was upright, we just wouldn't be able to access it because we don't have the reach to it. So there are different ways you can approach a room, given on the orientation, and also what abilities you have will change it a little bit. Now we're just going to be skipping way ahead to the boss. So these little save stations are also where you kind of spend your upgrade points. There's a little menu off to the side there. It's currently disabled, but this is where you'd put points into spawning with more life, or having your certain abilities juiced up a little bit. And since it is kind of experimental, kind of play around and see how see what you can do game, we don't commit you to when you choose a certain upgrade path, you can always change it later and come back and swap it out. Because it just sucks to be, choose an upgrade and realize, oh, this is not at all what I thought it was, and being stuck to that choice. I'd rather encourage people to play around and actually see what they like about the game and play it the way they want to, since everybody can kind of play this a little bit differently. So this is our deallocator.
The deallocator, that's the boss?
Yes.
Oh my god.
So yes, it's really nasty swing attacks. So these blades that are used to deallocate all the parts of the game. The problem is I'm going to make this look really easy because I've done this about 1 billion times. Oh, nope. I'm just going to screw that up. The way we design the boss fights is that so they have several basic attacks, but it's designed so that you can probably beat it on your 3rd or 4th try. So normally I would have had to get down to the bottom and press the button, but since I know I can actually bounce off the head of the enemy, I was just kind of able to avoid that. And that was actually a technique I learned from another player at PAX when we were showing it. They unintentionally kind of avoided having to go through and do just a little bit of the boss.
Yikes!
Try to trick the arms to go other places. Oh. You can always platform off the arms as well.
Yikes! Get him!
So that's the end of the kind of the first boss you encounter, and that kind of leads into the other parts of the world.
That is really cool, man. That is really cool.
It's a really fun game to design and play with, since it's very tactile, since it's all physics-based.
Right, it feels really immersive. Just watching it, I was immersed in what was going on.
Yeah, it's definitely a unique game.
That's cool. So we have Bob Lab right here from Next Gen Pants. Coming up next, what do we got here? Azura from Ogrehead Studios. Yes. So thank you so much for coming on here,
thanks
man.
For having me.
And good luck at Casual Connect. We will be back in just a couple moments.
Can you feel
right, we are back here. Whoa. There we go. We're back. I'm hanging out with Zane from Ogrehead Studios.
Yep.
How's it going?
It's going fine. The show has been amazing so far.
Hold on 1 second. It's not quite. There we go. Now talk.
Yep. It's been nice. The show has been amazing so far. A
Oh,
lot
I
of
see
people
what
have
the
been
problem
coming.
is. There. Now go for it. Sorry about that.
The show has been nice so far.
Right.
Have been fun. People are coming and playing the game, giving us feedback, so it's been nice.
So tell us about the game here. It's Azura.
Yep,
correct? All right.
it's Asura. We are basically Ogrehead Studio. We are a 2-person team, and we have been making Asura. It's a hack and slash.
2-person team?
Yep.
Wow. All right.
2-person team, yeah, with some freelance work, but primarily the core team is 2. And I do all the art and design, and Neeraj, my programmer, he programs, he codes, he does all the coding.
Okay.
And it's a hack and slash roguelike basically, and it's inspired by Indian mythology. So.
Hence the ogre.
Yeah. So I'll just start the game and I'll show you how the game works. So, yep.
In a world.
Yeah. So yeah, this is Asura. He's a demon. Asura means demon in India in Sanskrit. So you play as Asura the demon, and you are here to destroy the Indian gods. They are inspired by Indian gods.
So
and
you're a bad guy?
You are not the bad guy. There's a reason why you are the way you are. You are a demon. Why are you, on a path of vengeance and retribution?
Okay.
So I'll just show you the mechanics of the game, how the game works. So it's basically randomly generated. The levels are randomly generated. So, yep. And
slash.
Yep. So
hack and slash.
Yes. But at the moment there's no enemy. Since it's randomly generated, even I don't know where the enemies are. So yeah, like you see, those are the enemies in the game. So as soon as I enter the room, it becomes like in an arena. And now there are like a melee and range enemies in the game. So I'll just slash.
So now you're locked in the room. Oh, and you have range also.
Yep. So the range will do, my range weapon will do more damage to range enemies, and melee will do more damage to melee. I don't know, the game is lagging a bit for some reason. So once you kill an enemy, you can either absorb or scavenge. Absorb will give you XP, scavenge will give you loot, like potions and stuff like that. You don't get both, you have to choose what you want to have.
Okay,
so,
can you adjust the settings down to like 720p or something on the game?
Oh, okay, I'll just do that. Is that fine? I'll just dial down some of the stuff so that...
Alright, well just going to 720 should help it out big time.
Yep, so I'll just... 1 second, I'll just turn on the ambient occlusion. Yep. So yeah. So once you kill an enemy, you can either absorb or scavenge.
Okay.
So absorb will give you souls, which will increase your XP. Scavenge will give you items like potions and stuff like that.
And weapons?
And weapons you'll get by scavenging.
Okay, scavenge. Yeah, scavenge them.
No. I mean, the body got decayed, so I can't take too much time to.
He decayed?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I'll just do it again.
He rotted and fell into the earth.
Yeah, so at the moment, first I'll show you how the absorb. So absorbing will give me XP, which is in the bottom left.
Okay.
So this is basically a forge where I can forge my items over here. But at the moment I don't have much gold, so I can't do that. I'll have to explore the level more.
You don't have much?
I don't have at all. But yeah, when I scavenge, I get gold, I get items, but I'll show you a cool aspect of the game by absorbing first. So I'll absorb some more enemies. So now I leveled up, right? So this is my skill tree.
Okay.
So these are the red ones that you see are my warrior skills. It increases my damage. The green ones are the rogue skills. It helps me with survivability, like I can get more arrows and stuff like that. These are the purple are my mantra skills. It gives me active abilities, passive abilities, basically my mage skills. And the yellow ones are my paladin skills, my health skills. So I can get shield and stuff like that.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go for Agni Kavach, which means in Sanskrit a fire shield. And basically it conjures shield which burns and deals damage to enemies if they hit me. So I'm going to choose that.
Okay, do it.
So the cool part of the game is when you die, you start all over again and your skill tree randomly generates.
So they'll be different. The skill tree will be different.
Yeah, the skill tree will be different, and you'll have to improvise on it. And even the levels that you see is like completely randomly generated. So obviously you'll have to, you get like different enemies and different legendary enemies also, like champions and stuff like that you encounter. So I'm gonna scavenge now. So as you see, when I scavenge, I get like, I got a militia gauntlet. So basically I can equip my gauntlet, and I can even see my, my equipments here in the inventory screen. I can check out how my, character is looking and stuff like that. So there are like, 150 items in the game, 150 skills in the game which randomly generate. So yeah, there's a lot of replayability which we are going for.
Is there different worlds too?
Yeah, there are different worlds. There are like 6 different worlds that you play with. Each world has a boss in it. So there are 12 bosses but 6 levels. So even the bosses, you don't see all the bosses in one go through. You have to play it through multiple, sessions, and that's how you see it basically. So yeah, I'm gonna spawn my shield. So like you see, this is how I spawn my shield with my LB, and the game works with both controller and mouse and keyboards. But at the moment, I'm playing with my controller.
Right.
So, yep.
I like how the world rotates.
Yeah, the camera, it's dynamic camera basically. So what we have.
So it's not just like Binding of Isaac where everything is, the whole world is rotating. The camera's rotating around the world.
Yep. It's so that it feels a little bit dynamic. So it's a 3D game, right? And you don't see much of 3D roguelike yet.
Not like that, no. Alright, so what'd you just do?
So I just selected a new skill which is called Sauraloka. So I'll just show you what it does. It's my LT button. Okay, I have to do it in front of enemies. I can't use it.
do that.
Yeah. Because of budget, we can't really have voice. But I'll just go to a different room now.
Stamina low.
Yeah. My health.
My health is low.
So as you can see in the top
Need food badly.
I can consume food, and even my arrows, I have to refill my cure so that so when I scavenge enemies, I get all these different items also.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I can consume food to increase my health and stuff like that. And I can go over here for some arrows.
Lohar.
Lohar means blacksmith in Hindi and Sanskrit.
Ah.
So yeah, I got a chest, so let's just kick it open. Yeah.
Yeah. That's how I broke my toe today. I kicked open a chest.
So I'm gonna pick a new item. So I got Moth Maul. So if you can see, this is the new item that I got.
Moth Maul?
Yeah, Moth Maul means death maul. So yeah.
So it's like a big stick with spikes on it.
Yep. That's the level 1. So he's not, it's level 1 item. Like I got another item. I got iron shoulders. So now you can see I'm equipping an iron shoulder. My health has increased.
You know what? And I like that. I like when you. I don't like when I'm playing a game and you get stuff and you equip it and you can't see it on your physical character.
Yeah.
That just grinds my gears.
Yes. And
I love that you can see it.
Yep, and you see everything, like almost all the spells that you pick, even the passive skills, there's some difference in your level. At least you'll see an aura, like how you can see the fire shield glowing and stuff like that. So you can actually see that happening, but when you die, you lose everything. So we want to gratify you, with whatever you have.
Right.
And there is no redundant weapons in the game. Like we don't have like 2 Moth Mauls, one with 5 damage and 6 damage. Each and every item is completely different with different models. And even, sometimes they have different animations. So and I'll use my new ability. So these are like so I can go around.
Oh.
So you can really, craft your character however you want.
Those are massacre balls is what they are.
Yeah. For now I got a Dhanush. Dhanush means bow in Hindi. So I got Saral Dhanush, so I can equip this. So now we are working on these minion items. Minion items have not yet been modeled, but they will also look different. At the moment, they are just placeholders. So,
right. Okay.
We have worked on unique items yet, so these ones are still to be worked upon. I'll just show you the boss room, which is gonna come, I think. Since it's randomly generated, even I don't know where some things are, but I know the boss room must be somewhere around.
What was that beam of light right there? Is that your spawn point?
No, that's not the spawn point. Basically, since you're not using a mouse, we wanted to highlight saying that this is interactable, so I can actually hit it.
Okay. Neat.
Yeah, so that kill these guys. And there is stamina actually. Each and every weapon has a different stamina. Like they take different stamina, and you have to be careful. Like each and every action that I take consumes stamina. The bottom left, if you see the green bar. I'll just go to the boss room. I think the boss room should be ahead. Yep, another chest room. Yep, I got leg guard, so I'm completely equipped now, as you can see.
Yeah, your dude looks badass.
Yep. But you should see some of the weapons below, like in the next floor and the next world. They look much more grandiose, I would say. So I'll just let him hit me. But, he's gotten burnt now. So that's basically what my shield does, and as you can see. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. And even the enemies, like after you go, like in the second level, they are based on different Indian mythology. Like for example, Vanara, which are like monkeys. So they are all based on ape-based, enemy types. And then the Hathiras, which are elephants. So if you are a little bit aware of the Indian mythos, they are all inspired by those stuff like Nagas and the mystics and stuff like that. And so we want to, it's not directly inspirational, like it's not like literal translation of the Indian mythology, but we are inspired by it. So I got another level up. So which one should I take now? I'll take Vidyunaka, which is basically an electric orb, kind of, which will shoot on enemies.
Okay.
I'll just pick that up. So.
Man, this looks fun.
Thank you.
I can't wait to play it. When is it going to be on Steam?
It's going to be on
Greenlight.
Yeah. So this Saturday, next week, we'll be putting on Greenlight. That's we just finished our trailer. I did it on my way over here.
Right.
And then let's see when it gets greenlit. Maybe in another 3 months, we have a final testing to do. And so this is the boss room, basically. That that tile that you see indicates that the room
That's
is
the boss. All right, let's kick some butt.
So let's go inside. So who do we have? We have Varjuna. He's a skilled bowman. And yeah, you have some dialogues, so he is like, I'm going to use some of my skills now. So basically that's going to, okay.
That's a kick the butt.
So yeah, I was pretty leveled up because I explored everything. I was pretty leveled up, so I couldn't show you much of the boss.
Oh.
So yeah, I basically sucked all his soul, and I got an item. Let's see what the item is. So it's basically a claw. Oh, I got some meat.
Small meat.
Yeah, I got Nakhun, which is basically a claw weapon. It's super speed. It has a little less damage, but it's super speed, and the animation actually changes, of course. Now I go to the next level. I go deeper to the fortress. So what the lore of the story is like, the gods have built 5 fortresses in order so that the demon does not enter Earth. This is Prithvi. And we have to defeat each of the fortress and find the portal and get inside Earth. That's what we are trying to do.
Oh, wow.
So these are the different portals that they have made. And the fortress is guarded by guardians, which are inspired by the Indian mythos and
That's
stuff.
awesome. I love this game.
So this is the new. Yeah, this is the new. So as you can see, these are like monkey race inspired. So these guys they are like super agile, and yeah, they have a passive miss. So I missed. I mean, they missed. And they are like super agile. They can jump, evade and stuff like that, but they're pretty weak. Like their health is not that much. Yep. Oh, I should not. I'll just consume some meat so that okay, this is the same.
There's spikes in the middle of the floor.
Yep. So as you go down, you get to meet different things, like different elements. So this is a very big room. I don't know who. Okay, there are monkeys. Oh man, he stunned me.
Oh,
he poisoned.
Oh.
So when you get poisoned, you can't heal yourself. And once that poison meter goes down, you'll take 2 damage for sure. And only if you have certain like potions and stuff like that, you can cure yourself from. I'm just gonna eat stuff, and I'm gonna use some of my skills.
Trying to make a hammer at you.
Yeah, that's a hammer infantry. Basically, he's really strong and he does not take much damage from spells. Oh my god, I'm gonna die.
You've got 2 health left, man.
I'm gonna die. I don't have the potion. I don't have potion. I'm gonna take that 2 damage. Oh no, my god.
God, yeah. Oh god, you got him. You got him, you got him, you got him, you got him.
Yeah.
Nice. No! Oh, you rolled through it.
Yeah, so you get like those, that's in invisible frames when you roll, so you don't take much damage. Let's see if I get some meat. Oh, I got. I got some level up. I think I will. So this is a skill where each armor gives me an extra health.
All right, so you said it's all randomized, so how many skills on each tree are there all together?
As in, each has 4 sets.
Right, but how many is there all together that are
140.
On each one?
Yeah.
Holy moly.
So it's kind of like, yeah. So we have made an algorithm which, like, if you have an electric strike, if it comes in the last level, like level 5, it'll be much more powerful and it'll look different. So that's how the algorithm is, so that even if the skill can either come in the ultimate socket for example, like level 5 electric would look different than level 1. So that's also a thing that we have added so that it's not boring to play and you don't see the same thing again and again. I got some meat. So I can give you meat. I don't have key. No, that's a key room basically. I don't have key to open it. I want to show you some of the new enemies. I don't know, since they randomly spawn. I want to show you the elephant enemies. They are like pretty strong, but they are slower. I think they must be around somewhere. I'm only getting javelins and.
All right, we've only got a couple minutes left.
Yeah, of course.
Let's do it. Yeah, I love this. You know what? People have said, what one game, if you could only own one game, what would it be? And I've always said Binding of Isaac, just simply because the replayability.
Yep.
And that's exactly what this has. It has that replayability.
I hope when you play and you really enjoy it. We have tried our best. I mean, that's the element. Like one of the basic elephant, what do you call it? Elephant warriors. Like he's not that difficult, but he's pretty strong. But I have my.
He just stands there and then falls.
Yeah. Everyone has different animations. It's like. Yeah, it's not like, because since the game has a short loop, right? Like when you die, you have to start all over again. We have tried to make it as interesting as possible. Oh my god. Oh no. Yep.
3 left.
Yeah, so this is basically a dukan. Dukan means shop. I can consume. I can purchase with my gold some stuff. So I'm gonna take Amrut, which is going to instantly increase my full HP. So I'm gonna do that. So I healed up. So there's
probably wise.
Yeah, and there's certain ways you can come back in the game like these, and it's not like once your HP is low, there's no way of coming back. It is difficult, but so I'll show you one of the features, which is getting burnt. Since he's a demon, actually fire should not do damage to you. So instead of doing damage, when you get burnt, it will destroy one of your items. It will not damage you, yeah. And so my claws got destroyed, and it will randomly destroy one item from you. So you have to be careful, of not getting burned. Some enemies.
So now you're just punching?
And now I'm back to punching. And these are poison. One of them I don't have. Okay, I'm gonna use one of my skills.
That was a massacre.
Yeah. You are a demon, you're supposed to. You're here to. And there are different type of weapons also, like hammer weapon, which your gameplay changes completely when you pick a different kind of weapon, of course.
Right.
So that's pretty much what Asura is. And there are different levels, different bosses that you unlock.
I love this. I think it's going to do really good. I really appreciate you coming on here.
Thank you so much for having me here.
Yes, thank you so much for coming on here.
Yep.
Good luck.
Thank you.
With the Indie Prize, do this here. So if you want to share any website, social media stuff?
Yeah, so if you're interested in like roguelikes or in Asura, you can follow us at @asurathegame.com. And we also have a Facebook page, which is facebook.asurathegame.com. And and our website is www.asurathegame.com.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Ogrehead Studios. Remember that, you guys. This game's going to be awesome. All right, we'll be back in just a couple minutes. We got the game revisions. So we'll see you in just a couple minutes.
Thank you so much.
close my eyes, it's all coming to me. Who said these walls could never be breached? We all long for that one thing, a life that's worth living. And tonight there'll be a reckoning. I'm ready. Are you with me?
We are back here. Yeah, I was hanging out with Steve Cha. Steve Cha.
Hello.
There he is. There we are. Oh, we're not there yet.
Oh, okay. I see me.
Now we're there. And that's the camera right there.
That is the camera. Hello, camera. Hello, camera.
So Steve Cha has a game called Revisions, and what did you say it was?
It is an autobiographical series of mini games with a metafictional twist. So yeah, it's a game about my life, and it knows it's a game.
And it knows it's a game?
Well, I mean, it talks about being a game. It talks about game design.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't know because I can't program that well. I can't.
Okay.
I have my limitations.
All right, let's see. We're live with the game. So.
Okay, we're live with the game. So this is how it starts. That's me, by the way. Very realistic likeness. And then I ask questions like, do you want to play again? And you have no choice. You can only say yes. And so right from the onset, it kind of pokes fun at how games ask you to make choices, but they're not really choices. Okay, can you say your name for me really loud?
Bob.
Can't actually hear what you're saying. And so this is kind of like how a tutorial would start in most games, and we take a time, but you can't because. So,
oh my God.
Sorry, you don't get that choice. Say indeed. Confirm. And then it'll say, you can go with name C. So this is a way to kind of poke fun at games and also establish who the game is about. And then we start with vignettes, which is how hipster game developers say mini games. Okay, and then we go into, I'll show you a couple of the vignettes.
Okay.
And then I'll show you how the vignettes change once you get to the midpoint of the game.
Alrighty.
All right, so like this one would start with what my life was like as a child learning English. So you have my teacher who spouts words. So the goal is to, I was a very clumsy kid. I ran into words all the time.
Ow.
Ow. And then you ask her to stop yelling. So you didn't speak English at the time, so the words come out garbled. Little mini tricks like that.
Oh my God.
And then, you never figured out what she was yelling. And then there's another vignette about growing up as a child of immigrants. You have to constantly translate for your parents, right? Everything from documents to menus. Hey, thank you. And so we have to reach the words and translate them into Korean. You're gonna have to help me out because my Korean is not very good. And so now we have this thing we're supposed to translate, but I think in colors, so click. Yay. And so
what?
Yeah, then you get all these words. It spawns faster because my parents had a lot of translation needs, and so it kind of continues. And this is a game you can't win eventually, so it moves on. It wasn't too fond of translating.
No, I would imagine not.
And then this is about porn and how I discovered gay porn as a teenager, as we all do.
That's your mom?
That's my mom, and she's asking about my wrestling videos.
Okay.
And so this is kind of like a tower defense game. So your mom walks around and you're trying to block her off eventually.
Okay. My friends, they're just hugging me.
They're just hugging real close. And this is hard with a trackpad, and so you eventually try to, why aren't they wearing clothes? My mom's a stickler for details. And this is all real life dialogue I had with my mom about porn. And so, oh no, oh gosh. Okay, mom, leave the room. Oh, okay, there we go. And so that ends with this somber note about, and so we talk about growing up as drunk college student.
Right.
I don't know if there's any other kind of college student, but I was a drunk one.
So you hid yourself from your parents?
Yeah. So eventually we came to an understanding, and I had to say something. But
right.
Growing up as like a closeted teen, like this is something you kind of get used to finding different ways to kind of shut your parents out up until you kind of figure things out. And so this is a simple puzzle. There is no puzzle element to this part, but what I'm going to show you is how this all breaks down into, where's the page up? So you go through these mini games, and then halfway through.
So all your friends just kind of went and did.
They all kind of went. Who cares about them? Where's page up? There you go. And eventually, so you go through these mini games, and you reach the midpoint of the game, where you come across this note, and this is the main kind of like narrative pivot of the entire experience, which is there's a designer who's asking the player for help, and this character is the narrator of the game. So in game design, this is where I get a little academic. I'm sure you're familiar with it. There's sometimes a conflict between the narrative, the story of the game, and the way the game is actually played. You're a peaceful guy in the story, but you shoot everyone along the way to in the game itself. And so here there is a designer who's saying, in all these mini games that you played, I left notes that I kept while I made them. And that's the deep design dimension, which is also known as 3D. And so you get to kind of revise each of these levels, which is why the game is called revisions, because you're changing it by seeing it in a new light. Practice that for a while. Okay, so now, come on. Okay, so for example, that level you saw earlier, if you click on this, it separates into the 3D. And so when you see things in 3D, essentially, if you ever made anything in like Unity, this is what the designer would see, opposed to what the player would see, which is a flat 2D surface. Right. And so you just move around and you find the notes that that you had. So for me, it's like realizing that when I made things, as I learned to make games, I started seeing the illusions that game developers would employ, and I always thought, oh, that's just like real life. This illusion is a metaphor for real life, right? And little silly things like this bar doesn't have a collider, so you can walk through the bar, which is something I've always wanted to do because more alcohol. You get, oh gosh, and you get little clipping errors, because clipping errors are fun. Purple wall is the wall, you'll fall off. And in a lot of these levels, they have something called a debug station, which is where you get to change the way the game part of that level plays.
Right.
So if you activate Hella Honest mode and you exit 3D, you can play the game in a really honest way. And if I'm going to show, like, there are little other Easter eggs in here, like, what happens if you fall off? Oh no, I fell. You let me fall, and then you can see dead bodies. I made this because everyone eventually, when they read that note, they fall off. So, and so when you revise the game, when you have a revision, then you get to play the game in a different manner, right? So before, when everyone else got along, but this time you get to realize how friends actually felt about each other, and then you have to figure out what are the actual relationships. Beyond simple, superficial.
Are these actors real people, or are these made up?
They are based on real people, but I can't tell you who they are because then they'll kill me. They're not gonna like me.
Do they know who they are in the game?
They don't know who they are yet.
So they're not modeled physically after them?
They're not modeled physically, and a lot of them are kind of like amalgams of various people I know, or composite characters.
Amalgamation?
Amalgamation, that's the word I'm looking for. I swear, I was an English major, you just can't tell. And then who did this person got along? There we go. This is my drag queen friend. And then you would get the final note once you completed the fixed version of each game, you know? And this one is understanding that you don't have to have a lot of friends.
One friend is enough.
Yeah, and so, it kind of plays with that snark. And so that's the gist of the game itself. It's free online on my website if you would all like to play it.
What's the website?
It's www.revisionsgame.com. That's REVISIONS game.com.
That's awesome. That is a great, very, very personal game. How many stages are there?
There are 5 stages. So I've shown you 4 of the mini games and the back end of one of them, and each one has like a pretty big visual reveal when you go from 2D to 3D.
I think that's awesome. Can I see? Or I might spoil it. Can I see the mom one?
Yeah, let's go for,
let's
for
do
this
the mom one.
It's a
Yeah.
fairly simple one. Okay. So the mom one is not in this one. This one's still kind of in development.
Oh, okay.
But you're totally looking at my shorts. Oh no. So while making games, this is totally me not finishing my note on that one. But this one it's a note that when I was making this with my art director, she did a 2D sketch and we realized that perspective that you see in so many mobile games,
Right.
totally unrealistic.
It is.
Yeah. And
Well,
so-
in any game, I mean, even like the GUIs on games are 3D.
Right,
They're
right.
set on different planes. Yeah.
Like why are the lights set up differently for the GUI opposed
Yeah.
And so so this is kind of commentary on that. And so it kind of talks about, a lot of the metaphors I learned in game design, but also sometimes it just comes down to like lessons like this, like accompanying an angle with a message, which is like understanding that when you're hiding yourself, the real tragedy is that you don't get to know other people. It's not that they don't get to know you, it's that you kind of are alone because you have no idea what other people are like.
Right, because you just have this appearance that you portray yourself as, and then because they don't know you, you really don't get to know them either.
Yeah. So understand, and also realizing that privacy is just kind of an illusion.
But
how do I write this in? And that's a lot of the work I have done and hopefully will continue to do as a designer, which is just using games as personal and social commentary.
I think that is an amazing idea for you. I love this game. I think it's great, and I think you did an amazing job.
Well, thank you. I didn't do it alone, but this is what was my thesis project at USC's MFA program in game design, and we are making the rounds. We'll be here and at other places, but please, I would love feedback from anybody. My information is available on the website, and you can let me know if you loved it, hated it, if I looked better in person, or whatnot.
Instead of the thing. All right, you guys, we're going to be back in a little bit with, what is this, Roto Color Runners. They're coming up here in just a couple minutes. Steve, thank you so much for coming on here, man. Hold on, sit there for a second, and then we'll turn this off. You guys go ahead and enjoy this.
time, girls taking out.
That's what I'm talking about, baby. It's pretty rocking, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Okay,
Great.
so I'm sitting here with Brendan Botano from Blue Volcano. Botano Volcano?
That's right. There's a lot of similarities. Same initials makes it easy to remember.
Is there a reason you did that?
A, because of the same initials, but a couple of other reasons. So in Australia, the terminology or a slang nickname for people with red hair is called Bluey.
Bluey?
Yeah, Bluey.
Okay.
So people with red hair get called Bluey, so I used to get called Bluey.
Not Ginger?
Not Ginger, no. I used to also get called in primary school Volcano Head because of the orange hair. My surname. So I was like, well, Blue Volcano, yeah, that sort of works.
Hey,
so
that's actually kind of cool.
The reasoning behind the name.
That is actually kind of cool. So do they also believe that gingers don't have souls?
Yeah. I believe that.
Australians believe that too?
Yeah.
Blueys don't have souls.
Blueys don't have souls, no.
All right. Well, look at we're gonna look at some color here. Roto Color Runners.
That's it. Game about color.
Yes.
And sound, working in harmony.
All right. Well, let me fire up some sound from it.
Okay. Cool. So, I mean, we're on the menu, so there's not much sound here.
Okay. Let's get in there.
Okay.
So this is your solo developer?
I am. So worked on this for about 8 months now. I'm doing all aspects except for the music.
Okay. I hear something.
Sorry. You just find a nice track. Okay, so I guess I'll...
Oh, there we go.
All right. So it looks like a bit of an endless runner. The objective is to time your button presses with the soundtrack. There's another layer of complexity in rather than just hitting the beats, you've got these 3 lanes which are the primary colors in a RGB space. So you've got red, green and blue lanes that you can run in. Mapped on the controller is also red, green and blue buttons. So by being, example, in the blue lane and hitting in the green lane, green and green make green and red make red. But if I push the blue button, in the green lane I'll make cyan. If I push the blue button in the red, I'll make magenta, and so forth. So you're trying to not only match the beats, but also color this galaxy. And as I'm collecting those beats, you can see the background starts becoming more vivid. So the better you do, the more intense these visuals
Then blam, you hit a prism.
Yep. So the prism is a checkpoint that calculates a bit of a score bonus based on all the colors you collected. It also unlocks another layer of sound. So you're also building this soundtrack as you're going. So at the moment there's a bass line and a bit of some tambourines. And then the next time I hit that prism, it's going to unlock another layer of sound, which may be a guitar riff, or it might be some strings, or another layer. So we'll see.
Here we go.
Comes. So now we've got like a synth coming in.
And the character changes color.
The character changes color to whichever color you're collecting at the moment.
Was that rotoscoped off of somebody in particular?
It is rotoscoped off a stock footage video.
Okay.
So
it wasn't like your girlfriend or anything. Well, she just did a flip.
Yeah, when you get all 6 colors, you'll do a flip. I have since got some new footage to rotoscope, which was done in a more controlled environment, so I could have it running at exactly the right frames to sync in with the game, and to have a few more actions, because I've only got the run and the flip, but I've filmed somebody running, flipping, jumping, falling, and all these other actions. I just haven't got around to actually rotoscoping that, because it's quite a time-consuming process.
Right.
So as you can see now, the visuals are starting to get quite, I guess, hypnotic, I would say, and trippy.
Wow.
So in this particular mode, this track is made up of 10 layers of sound. Once you unlock all 10, then that's the end of the stage. And you get a score bonus, or you get a score that tells you how well you did, how many colors you collected, and so forth.
Well, that bass drum changes how fast the song feels there.
Yeah.
So you're trying to get all the colors that are lined up on the top right there, right?
Yeah, so that's a way to sort of see which ones you've collected. And when you do collect them, they come out behind you in that rainbow, but it's not as easy to, I guess, follow those ones.
Something. Okay, there we go. That was weird. Whoa.
Yeah, cool. That was good.
Wow, that is crazy. So that's, I would say it's the opposite, but it's not quite opposite.
Yeah, it's almost inverted.
But not quite.
Yeah, so it's gone from an RGB color space to like a paper color space where you've got CY, like cyan, magenta, and yellow are the primaries. And I don't know why I keep missing all those beats. Now we get that next layer of sound.
Oh, this is insane. Thanks. Oh, this is completely crazy.
There we go. Alright, so there's showing me a couple more layers of sound. As you can see now, like all the brightness, the particles, all that is just ramping up a lot compared to the start where it was pretty much just almost a black screen.
Right.
With nothing.
So is this game on Steam?
It will be coming out on Steam and consoles. It also works with any MIDI controller. So I've got a drum pad.
Or keyboard or whatever.
A MIDI keyboard, yeah, it's configured for that. Because I think a lot of the audience will be people who like music, have these peripherals lying around that might only get used every now and then as a hobby.
Or people can use the dance pads or whatever, huh?
Yeah.
So can just any song be put to this, or is it that's programmed with a specific song?
It's programmed with specific songs. I've looked at ways that we could integrate. Yeah, sorry, I'll just turn that volume down a bit. Integrate your own song, but so far it hasn't really worked well, especially mostly with the beat placement. Like that's a very hard thing to get right. Like when it did put the automatic beats in, it calculated via the intensity of, I guess, the pitch of the sound, but it didn't necessarily make it good to play. Like you didn't want to push. It would put notes where you didn't naturally want to push the button. So at the moment we're just working with a couple of looping tracks, and I'll show you another mode. So that's custom. That song's written for this game, and now there's this original mode, which is an artist. This artist is from Austin, and this plays more, I guess, like Guitar Hero, in that you don't unlock new layers. You just keep progressing through the song. So just have a quick look at this, and the visuals sort of are different in this stage as well. The colors are unlocking the music video from behind in the background.
Boom, boom. I've never seen a music game like this. This is it's groovy.
Cheers.
Oh yeah, I can see the video.
Yeah. So the better you're doing, the more colors you're collecting, the more. A little bit of optimization I need to work on. I'll just try and hit it. There you go. So well, it's starting to chug a bit. So it's not quite ready for sale yet. There's a lot of optimization and a few other bits.
Right.
It'll get there. I think the concept is sound now, and playtesters have been generally positive about it.
Right.
So I know I'm on the right path. It's just fixing up a few things, like trying to get this not to stutter so much, and adding more effects and more sounds. So that's this one. I suppose I could just play this song through, because it's only a 3-minute song. It's a nice little poppy one.
Do it, yeah.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Alright, now we get a cool angle change just to mix it up a bit more.
Oh, that's cool. I like that. Gives a lot of variety in there.
Yeah.
Wow. That's pretty intense, man.
Thanks. So part of the original concept behind the game was it was something I like going out, I like going to clubbing or going to festivals and stuff, and I love music, and it's like something that I could go home after a big night out and just sort of sit on the couch and get lost in.
Zone out.
Zone out. There's a score there if you want it. If you don't, like if I miss everything, I don't get punished. There's no game over scenario to pull you out of that. It's almost like a music video that you have control over the way it plays. Almost at the end of this one. Okay, so that's the second mode within the game, and it's also about promoting the community, like musicians themselves. So here's the bio of this artist who provided the track. His name's I-Led Kid. He's from Austin, Texas. The tour feed is not actually properly functioning, but it's going to have a list of upcoming gigs. So if you played the game and you're like, that song was great, who is this person? There's a great way to find them, and it's going to
the daughter's boyfriend and father's employer.
Yeah, so that's.
What does that mean? That means that he has a business and his girlfriend's dad works for him?
Maybe. Not sure. I haven't properly delved deep into that. He gave me the bio and I was like, cool, stuck it in. And
okay.
Yeah. And then it's also going to link to, say, their iTunes and all that, because I want to promote what I think is really cool music.
Uh-huh.
So,
have you ever heard of Shy Robin?
No, I haven't.
Shy Robin would be awesome for this, I think.
Okay. Now, so those two are modes. So that's the original mode, which is an original licensed track.
Right.
Mix-up mode was the one I played at the start, which was that looping thing, and they all feed into, I guess, this will be the core mode, is the remix mode, where now we've got elements from every song. We get to build it the way we want via...
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I want to see this.
So you can see at the bottom here, and I can just cycle through all the different loops I've got. So these loops are from this song, this is from this song, and it has what type of sound it is. So, for example, let's bring in some drums first. It's like, not a heavy drum one, but enough to bring a little bit in. The gameplay still remains the same.
Okay.
But you're still collecting beats and trying to color this universe, but you have a bit more control over the sound.
So now it's doing...
Now it's doing a little bit of a pop. So now I'm just going to cycle through into this one. Bringing that.
So it's basically every song, but at whatever beats per minute you want it to do.
Yeah, at the moment this is all just set to 128 beats per minute. We're going to have it so that can vary as well. If you want a faster paced song, you can do it.
Oh no.
So part of the challenge for us is trying to make it so that all the different layers of sound can work together.
This is really creepy, this music.
Right, let's go. Bring this in, maybe lighten it up a bit. I mean, this is a little bit out of sync, and so maybe I don't like that this one's not gelling as well as I want. If I hold that button, I can then remove that previous stem.
And it brings up something else?
Yeah, I can put a new one in and take the old one out because I didn't like the way it fit. So, and just keep working on this, this track. So let's stick in this one, all right. So it's quite a deep one.
Kind of evil.
Yeah.
It's like a horror movie is what it's like.
Alright, let's bring in this. So in this, I've got 8 tracks. I've got 8 stems that I can build up. You can see in the bottom corner.
Okay.
So I think,
that even made it more creepy.
Yeah. So getting couple of frame rate issues. We'll get there. Alright.
I like it.
Yeah, it is. So this will be the last frame. Sorry, the last layer.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Okay. Alright, so now I've unlocked it all.
Crank
Just let me
it.
play one more.
I like it. It is a little bit off, but it's off just enough to where it sounds cool.
Yeah. So we are still trying to work on that so that they all do perfectly mesh. And so at the end now we've got a list of your song was made from these stems of sound, and you're going to be able to save that off and post it onto the
Track
YouTube
sharing and uploading coming soon.
Yeah.
Facebook, SoundCloud, and YouTube. That's sick.
So it'll record your video as well. So all the different backgrounds there's a variety of backgrounds that you can choose from. So you can build this music video the way you want, and we're looking at having the webcam also being able to be integrated, so you could have
that's a great
yourself in the
idea.
back. And then this track, for example, you really like it, you can share it, and then it'll also go through it and say, hey, only three other people have ever made this same track with these same loops. So sort of making a community of music makers from people like me who can't make music.
Right.
So yeah, that's Rotocolor Runners in a nutshell.
We thought it was going to go downhill, but then the more you kept adding to it, the better it got.
It got there in the end. So
it's very death
cool.
metal without the distortion.
Yeah. We need a little heavy guitar riff coming in next
whoa,
time.
Whoa, whoa. With a jig.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. All right, let's go up to here.
Okay.
That is awesome. I'm digging it for sure.
Yeah, well, cheers. It's always good getting feedback from new eyes who've never seen it before, and just initial reactions are always good.
Right, so that's Rotocolor Runners, and you can, what's your website? You want to promote it?
Yep, sure. It's blue-volcano.com. So
blue-volcano.
Blue-volcano.com. Whichever one, the middle one that goes across. You can get there. All the information's there. From there, you've got links to Rotocolor Runners. I've just put up a public beta to try and get feedback, work out bugs and all that. So jump on there, shoot me an email, sign up to the mailing list, all that sort of
Sign
jazz.
up to the mailing list.
Yep. And then from there you can find the Twitter handles, bluevolcano_. That other person who's got the non-underscore one, I'm trying to track down and get off him. But and then Facebook, just type in Blue Volcano, you'll find it, and that's where you can get all the info.
Awesome.
Right.
Thank you so much, man.
Thank you.
Good to meet you.
You too.
Thank you. So we're going to be hanging out for a little bit. I'll be back in just a minute, and we'll talk a little bit more. But for now, enjoy this. Well, well, you guys, it's been quite the journey today, don't you think? Hanging out here at Casual Connect. You can make sure and check out the website, www.casualconnect.com. And make sure and follow us here on Twitch. We've got some more interviews. I've got another list like this for interviews tomorrow. So we'll be showcasing some more games. And then the indie prices, I think it's at 2 o'clock. So we'll be announcing that. Make sure to follow us here on Twitter, twitter.com/casual_connect. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you guys later. Peace.